What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out. Today we're opening a brand new gimbal, and I gotta say, it's actually looking pretty good. And I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why I think this is actually a really strong contender against the DJI Osmo Mobile 2. Let's do this. Alright, disclaimer, I have not been paid by Smove. They reached out to me and sent me some of their gimbals for me to test and compare. So the opinions are 100% my own. Alright, reason number 1. The Smove Mobile gives you the ability to switch the motor from the right side to the left side. Let me explain. So when you're filming with the DJI Osmo Mobile, so you have the motor on the right, but if you're left-handed, it's kind of weird at times. But the Smove Mobile lets you switch the motors from one side to the other side. So you can change your stance, kind of like a skateboarder, right? And it actually works really well with skateboarding. So if you're goofy-footed like me, you would have your right foot forward, and you can actually use this, and it's gonna be very seamless, very smooth. But if you're normal-footed, then you're gonna have that motor going inside, so it's gonna be kind of weird. So it actually lets you switch the orientation of the motor to the other side just by simply flipping it around, and it will find its way. I think that's a really cool, useful feature, especially for skateboarders. Reason number 2, motion time lapses. During the time lapse mode, similar to the DJI Osmo Mobile 2, where you can select point A, point B, and have it rotate, you can actually record a hand motion. So you can actually click the function button 4 times to enter that record mode, and then you hit the function button once to set the start point, and then you rotate the gimbal to the left or to the right, up, down, and whatnot, and then you just simply hit the function button again to set the end point. And once you start recording, the gimbal will just simply flow in the same motion that you moved it. I think that's pretty creative, pretty unique. Similar end goal, right? You'll be able to create a motion time lapse, but having the ability to kind of like carve your own path in any shape, it's kind of cool. You can also go into your settings and change the intervals for your time lapses. You can also change the speed of the motor. You actually have a lot of control over the motion and the motors itself. So I think that's super, super useful. For reason number 3, there are actually no adjustment knobs. On the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 and the Smove Q, you have a screw over here, and then you also have a screw over here. So I actually like that there's nothing to really interact with. It's very straightforward, so you just simply flip it, and it kind of clicks in place, and you can keep rotating infinitely and infinitely and infinitely. It's just straight to the point, a little bit quicker. I wish that the DJI Osmo Mobile 2 had a similar design, because I find this very, very useful. Sometimes when you're switching phones or switching orientation, you have to kind of like get it out, unwind it, put it. So on the grand scheme of things, it consumes a little bit of time. Same thing over here for finding a balance. Right in the back, it just simply extends, and it has like a little click to every little stop. Yeah, and it also has some really cool numbers over here. I don't really know if you can see them, but it has numbers. That way you can kind of remember in which position was your phone perfectly balanced at. Same rules apply. You definitely want to have your phone balanced in each direction. It'll bounce back to the middle, but you want your phone to find balance both looking down and straight up. So I find that very, 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 very useful, very convenient. So kudos to Smove for thinking about that. Reason number 4, the ability for you to be able to roll your axis. So the Smove Q, which is a gimbal that I also own, and I've done a couple videos, does that, but then also this guy does. So in order to access that mode, you just simply double click the function button to go into the follow mode. That's the mode that it doesn't matter where you move, the gimbal follows you. And then if you play with the knobs left and right, up and down, you'll be able to kind of like adjust the roll. This is super useful for transitions. You've seen a couple videos. It just adds a really nice perspective. If you have it on a tripod in the floor, you'll be able to get kind of like different angles with different, points of view, which is really dynamic, really interesting, really cool. Reason number 5. The Smove gives you the ability to actually charge your smartphone right from the very top of the cradle. That's actually super cool. There's like a little USB port right at the very top. Typically, other gimbals like the DJI Osmo Mobile or the Smove Q will have it in the base, either up here or at the bottom. But this one comes in with the ability to plug it in right in the cradle. That way you don't have to have a wire fished around the device, which is super, super thoughtful. Why haven't we done this before? And the best part is that they've included these little USB cables that are very thin, very minimalistic, kind of like L-shaped. So you can plug in your smartphone like that. You plug it in here and then you just simply click into the smartphone. So it comes with a micro USB to USB-C, and it also comes with a micro USB to micro USB. If you happen to have an iOS device like me, you can also get the micro USB to lightning adapter. That way you can charge at the same time. All right, guys, I give you 5 reasons, but I lied. There's one more. The Smove Mobile gives you the ability to extend like a selfie stick, but on steroids. And the cool thing about this is that not only you can take selfies and you can take pictures and videos and whatnot, so to speak, but the dynamic completely changes. You have the ability to have a wider field of view when you're vlogging, especially. But then if you're a skateboarder or a cinematographer and you're trying to get some crane shots or jib shots, like I've done in the cinematic moves video, this is fantastic because you don't have to carry around a monopod. And even if you have a little Manfrotto tripod, right, because we have a 1/4-inch mount at the bottom, you'll be able to get some height that otherwise you would have to carry an additional thing in your bag. So I think this is one of my favorite features of the Smove Mobile. You can get some really, really, really cool dynamic footage with this thing. Alright guys, the reason why I picked up this location is because there's a lot of ambient noise. There's a water fountain right there. There's some noise in here. And we're testing pretty much a front-facing camera with the Smove Mobile. And we're using the standard gimbal position. We're not using the extension right now. Audio is pretty okay. Let me know in the comment section down below. And this is actually with the extended part of the gimbal. Water fountain still on my left. That weird sound just happened to go by. Let me know in the comment section down below if you feel that this is a really cool feature. I can actually see myself playing with this a lot because you can get a whole lot of wide angle view technically without compromising on the image, right? And I'm bringing another monopod. Let me know what do you think about the audio, even though we're a little bit further away from the camera. All right, so a couple housekeeping notes. The gimbal has an 8 to 10 hour battery life. It has its own app that's available right now at the App Store, and you can pretty much achieve everything that you can achieve with the DJI Osmo Mobile. And then it also gives you even more control with the motor. So if you're using a case or something a little bit heavier, you can actually dictate how much strength you want on each motor, which is actually a little bit more of a pro feature. The gimbal right now, it's $159. It's right there in the middle, kind of like in the range of like the DJI Osmo Mobile and the DJI Osmo Mobile 2, so it's ballpark around that price. But I feel with the extra features and capabilities that you get, just in the convenience factor, I see the value personally, so it's kind of cool. I'm still using my DJI Osmo Mobile 2 because I'm already used to it. But I have been super impressed by this Smove Mobile, and I'll keep testing it in the coming days. And who knows, maybe it will be my main gimbal. So what do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns about the Smove Mobile. I would love to engage in some crispy dialogue and try to dissect it a little bit more based on your questions. If you're interested in picking one up, I included the link in the description down below. So thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me. We'll see you next time.